Anybody like to go camping here? Ushers, please remove these people. I hate camping. A bunch of friends of mine, they go camping every year, climb a mountain, go to the top. I'm like, what are you guys doing up there? They're like, the goal is to get to the top and to just be... I'm like, cool, I'll be here when you get back. My friend Gary, he says, Adam, you want to go on a fun trip? I said, yes. He said, great, we start training on Monday. I'm like, dang it, I got to start asking more questions before I say yes. We drive to Durango, Colorado, and we get on this train that's going to take us where we're camping, and when we get off, we put on our packs, and Gary says, all right, we're going 4 miles that way. I'm like, they didn't drop us off at the campsite? What kind of shady business deal is this? This is like if I bought a plane ticket to Hawaii and they dropped me at California and they're like, we pretty much got you there. About an hour into the hike, which is all up, by the way, I'm dying, I want to kill myself. My wife, she's super athletic, fit as a fiddle. She's like, feels good to break a sweat. Got this 45-pound bag on my back. At one point, she's like, hey, hon, my pack is lighter. You wanna trade? Only a lesser man would say yes to that question. And I'm proud to say I am a lesser man. 6 hours later, we finally get to the campsite, and I got one thought on my mind. I gotta poop! So now I'm walking around like a caveman in the woods with a stick looking for a Mother Nature-made toilet. And I find this tree with some rocks that look like a good seat, and I start digging a hole. My first question is like, how deep does this hole need to be? I've never had to guesstimate how much poop is inside there. Eventually my stick hits something kind of hard, and I'm like, what is this? And I pull it up to reveal my greatest fear I didn't know I had. It's a used tampon. Wish I could say that was the last time I saw that tampon, but a little bit later I saw this wild sheep walking around with it hanging outside of his mouth. Like, this vacation's off to a great start. Go to the bathroom, and as I'm pulling up my pants, I realize I've walked so deeply into the woods, I'm actually really close to another campsite, and I look over, and there's this family of 4 over there with their mouth. It's like, breathe it in, folks. Because this is a picture you will never unsee. I get back to the campsite, and I'm like, man, it is a lot colder than I expected. And upon further investigation, we realized that when we looked up the weather, we looked for Durango, but we're like 50 minutes north and 6,000 feet up, which is a problem because the only pants that I brought were these really thin, kind of one-size-fits-all pants that I got one time for free from an airline. If you go camping and want everyone to know you don't know what you're doing, sport yourself a pair of cotton gray Qantas airline pajama pants that run well past your feet. So the next morning we get up super early, we're gonna summit a 14,000 feet high mountain. That's something I never thought I would do. And I didn't do it. About halfway up, my best friends and my wife, they come to me and they're like, we've been talking. We're concerned for you. So we're gonna keep going. You stay here. So they're gone. Now I'm by myself, alone, freezing because it's raining now, starving because I thought a better use of my bag space instead of packing food was to pack a French press. I don't know what I'm doing. At one point, there were these hikers that passed by. They were very prepared. One of them had some trail mix, and he offered me some. And externally, I was like, I'll take a handful. But internally, I was like, I will fight you for those nuts. Eventually, they all come back. They couldn't summit because it was raining so hard they couldn't see in front of them. And so they were like, we got to go back to the campsite. So we go back to the campsite, but it doesn't stop raining all day, all night, no end of sight. No end in sight. Eventually, I'm just like, you guys want to watch a movie? They're like, how are we going to watch a movie? I'm like, I brought my iPad. So now we're in this tent, 4 of us in this 3-man tent. Got the iPad rigged to the top of the tent, and I'm thinking to myself as we watch Silver Linings Playbook, this is the worst movie-going experience of my life. Then my buddy Gary starts farting in the tent, and I'm like, now it's the worst movie-going experience of my life. I'm like, guys, I'm done. I want to get out of here. Let's get our stuff, hike back, get on the train. I want to go to that food cart and get one of those sandwiches. We pack it up, hike back, go to the train. I go to the food cart. They're out of sandwiches. I will never go camping again. The end.